Good evening. No,
Not that evening. It's like good
good
night.
morning. Good morning. Good night. Whatever you want to call it. It's really late where we are. We hope we're all doing well. We just had a
Come back to CherryLee Podcast.
CherryLee Podcast, a little mini one here. We're going to talk about certain things. We had an audience request, so we're just doing it, and we're going to give a little bit more information. What are we going to give information on today?
Yeah, our audience asking for the information about DISC.
DISC. Can you go over that again for me, please?
DISC
DISC. And DISC is for what?
is the people, thought, and personality type.
Oh, okay.
It's help us to get to know yourself and
Right.
get to know the people around you to communicate better
Yeah. So,
to
like,
each other.
if you have, like, for instance, we have a bunch of characters. Here's
Yeah.
one of them now. That's a little bear.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about these things. So, how about we start with that before we go any further?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you one and you tell me what it means. You give me the idea of this. And we'll start off with
D.
D.
Yeah, somebody used the picture to represent the characteristic.
Characteristics.
I have the problem with R.
It's not even that. It's also like 1 o'clock in the morning, probably, and it's pretty late. So,
Okay.
characteristics.
Yep. Of the dominant. D. Dominant.
D is for dominant.
Yeah. And when you see the bull, what do you think about? What's the character that come up to your head?
A boss, an aggressive person, yelling.
What do you think?
What do you think? Yeah. What do you think, huh? I'm talking to you. You know who you are.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, very close. Right?
Very close,
because
yeah.
the behavior of the bull quite aggressive, but I don't talk about it yet.
Okay. Well,
in
we'll
here, in here, they're talking about the bull, like they are very brave, dare to do things, and very determined.
Determined. Yeah.
Okay, and focus on the goal and result. And they are the doer. They get things done. They make it done. Get things done.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like we're getting this video done. So, us.
Yeah, they
bulls
focus
are,
on the result. They don't want to focus on the details. They see the big picture. Some people think that they're aggressive and have no manner,
right.
but they just want to straight to the point.
Yes.
Don't waste the time.
Very, very, very in your face, but not in a bad way. Just trying to get things done.
Yeah. And they get things done very well.
Right.
And don't want to have the small talk. So boring. And not only boring, so annoying for them.
Annoying. Yes.
Okay.
So which one would you like to do next?
I. Influencer. And this picture is the eagle. Yeah. Influencer. Right now we know this word, right?
Because we're trying to pretend to do it.
This type of people, they are the influencer themselves. So they very creative, very visionary. They always having the new projects come up
like a Mr.
all
Beast.
the time.
Like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, and very like they inspiring people as well. They love to be among people.
Yes.
Yeah, and love the spotlight shine on them.
Are you hinting at something here?
And they love like having fun to learning something new all the time. A lot of project, but the thing is they're the thinker, but not the doer type.
Yeah,
So they need someone who's the doer support
So you
them.
need a little support from the bull, so to speak.
But the bull,
Wants to do its own thing anyways.
yeah, and boring them, annoying them,
Yeah.
because they talk too much. Influencer.
Hmm.
Again, he's gonna yawning.
I'm
in
not
front of me
yawning.
and you guys again.
I'm not doing that. Let's get that over with. All right. Next.
Okay, next S. Steadiness. The mouse. What's the quality of the mouse?
It's a rat. It's in New York City. It's going to eat you. It's going to eat your cheese.
Okay, come back to our topics. Okay, the mouse, they're the empathy type.
Empathy.
They're the people type as well, but different from the influencer because the spotlight gonna shine on everyone around
Them.
them
Okay.
because they love to listen to the people.
Like I do.
No, you're
No,
gonna sleep.
I'm horrible. I'm going to sleep. Yeah.
And people really trust them.
Yeah.
The steadiness people can rely on,
Oh, sort of like if
and
you
they love helping others.
if you
they-
think about like the people who are like the work everyone goes talk to because they trust that person, so to speak, but
Yes.
they're just keeping themselves. So,
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And they love working as a team,
Okay.
and they are the doer as well.
Oh.
So influencer prefer to come to the steadiness type, right?
Okay.
Because this guy welcome everyone. But the bull or the dominant type
Yep.
might annoying.
Might be annoyed by this one.
Yes.
Yeah. So almost like the was it the the teacher's pet.
Mhm. So
Yeah. Teacher's pet. Not a bad thing. Teacher's rat or mouse.
okay, next.
Okay. And the last one.
Compliance type or the bear. This type of people, they like to plan things through and very cautious,
Are you sure about that?
And- very patient, and think logically, like very logical
Very
thinking
logical, yeah.
people, and they just rely on the information, not the feeling.
Okay.
They have to know information from all dimension, and they can make decision from it,
Okay.
all about information. But they're quite slow because they want to make sure.
It's done properly or whatever, or
Yeah, sometimes too slow, and
Okay.
they don't want to talk to people. They prefer to work solo.
oh, okay. So I guess like what you're getting at is we all have some of these characteristics,
Right, not the
and
solo
they're
type.
similar. They're
Yeah.
similar, yeah.
Like for me myself, I used to do the evaluation form and get the result as
Right.
a like graph. So I got three traits. The first one is influencer,
Mm-hmm.
like or about creativity and projects, want to do something new all the time.
Right.
And steadiness type, like I'm a listener. People like to talk to me,
Sorry, what'd you say?
tell their story to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just done here, never go anywhere. And third trait is the dominant type. Yeah, especially the time when I work in the corporation company, my dominant traits come up
Come out,
more.
yeah. Well, you
Right
were in
now-
charge, right?
Right now, just influencer and steadiness type show up,
Right. We almost go like through phases, right? Like where you,
but no compliance. So you guys know that I will follow my feeling, my instinct, not think logically.
am I a bear now? Am I lazy? Is that what it is? Am I getting some bear traits from me? I like to see the vision. I like the eagle,
Mm.
but I see a little bit of
But
where
who
the way
you are, who you truly are.
I'm the eagle.
Okay, that's why we can stay together. But you also have the bear type, the compliant type.
The compliance. I like to comply. I unfortunately,
Mm.
but like also like I like to think it through too, right? Like
Mhm.
I like seeing the whole idea, like the whole picture, the whole thing come out.
Mhm.
Whatever happens, but I want to see everything for what it
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you have the patience enough to listen to somebody long?
Yeah, I think if I'm awake, yeah.
So, but we don't use the information of DISC to judge people
No.
or even judge yourself because you can still change. It depends on the situation, the event that happened in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, when I work in the corporation company, it's need like you have to get things done quick because the plan, because the outcome that they
Execution, this and that.
want.
They want it done now.
Yeah,
Or
so
yesterday.
mm,
I want it done yesterday.
mm,
I want it done yesterday. I'm like, all right. And you push at it and you get it
yeah.
done as quick as possible.
But
Yeah.
right now we work for ourselves, so we can go
I want it
on
done
our own pacing.
eventually.
Hmm. And it's more uh, relaxed.
Yeah, it's more
So-
relaxed right now.
Other traits come up.
Yeah, and it's like if you think about it, like all these guys here, they all have different, the characteristics and everything. But it's almost like I said, I was sort of like more of a bull or a bear right now. But like, it's like we all go through those phases, and
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
if would be cool to see is like with the people we do know, what are you? Just type it in the comments below, so to speak. Bear, a mouse,
Ego
eagle,
or the bull.
or the bull. You know what I mean? Like because
Nothing
we're all
wrong with each one.
yeah, they all have their own positives and negatives.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Uh,
You just balancing
right.
your strength and your weakness.
And
Just
I-
balancing and
and I-
bring it out when it's
And I will say this too. I will say this that you said the balance, right? Like because you do have the traces of some or the other, but you're more dominant in one in general.
Right,
But-
right.
Wait, what I learned from we did an experiment with like 60 people, whatever it was, and
Yeah.
we saw, it's like it was almost split down the middle, and there's only a few of the mouse, and then a few of the and then one of the eagle, right?
Half eagle,
Oh, so-
half mouse,
Half eagle, half
and
mouse.
fews of bear
Yeah,
and
Uh,
one eagle
yeah, one eagle.
in the company, in the same company. That's why, okay, we work on the effective communication topics with them.
Hmm.
So, okay, after we let them do the practical workshop,
Right.
and they show us in front of us, divided into group. Oh, I understand from that picture that I saw right away. That's why they quite have conflict.
Right, but that would explain it.
Conversation not get through because the bull and the mouse work together.
Right, and that would almost explain, like, yeah, besides the conflict, you would almost realize that if you are a bull and there is a mouse and you're fighting, you sort of figure out why. And I think the idea behind it was you were saying, like, hey, look who you are. And we're going to do another one soon, but it's about them learning about themselves. But what I think is they need to go, okay, if I'm a bull and I'm training or teaching or whatever it may be,
Mm,
an eagle or a mouse, you got to understand the differences and sort of
Right.
work with it. It's like
right.
not a different form of training, but like a different way of thinking about it, right? Because sometimes to see the big picture, you go, okay, that person is this way. And it's like, but what am I? If you're not
Mhm.
seeing what you are and go, okay, there's going to be a conflict.
Right.
How do I try to resolve this?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be an answer, but like you have to figure that out. But
Mhm.
if you don't know what you are, how can you just say that person is a mouse or that person is a bull? And like, why is this not working? If you don't know who you are, you don't find those links to each
Mhm.
other, like the
Mhm.
mouse and the bull, how they work together,
Mhm.
or they can.
And this thing, it might become you from your work, from your training. Because I think back, originally I'm not a bull,
No.
but I get the bull side from the training in my life.
Right.
Like work in the corporation, work in the film production house in film industry,
Right.
that I had to just run, no walking, just run
Nonstop.
nonstop. You have to solve the problem.
Right then and
Whatever
there.
happened in front of you, you solve it.
Right.
Tackle, and you have the limited time when you do the film shooting, and all the producer, they're the bull type.
Right. So there's a lot of pardon upon ego. There's a lot of ego there, you know.
So you have to set up what you're gonna say in your head first.
Right.
Make it short, make it sharp, make it like sharp, just one
Precise.
sentence,
Yeah.
precise what you're gonna say to
Right.
them. Yeah, because I get yelling, get like a
Like
lot.
what happens when two bulls meet each other? They run into each other, right? And
Right.
that can be a problem, right? Like
That
if you
can be a
don't,
problem.
you know, if you can't be like a matador for 2 seconds or a mouse even
Mm.
for a second there and realize that okay, either I'm not going to win this one or it's not worth fighting over.
Mm.
And yeah,
Right,
that'd be
right,
like something
right.
like because like when you said the whole you said the whole thing bull thing, and it's like I think back to when I worked when I was a different person when I was running the kitchen
Mm.
versus when I was just working at a station. Like I was just doing
Yeah.
my job. I was a mouse. I was trying to finish the task. I'd shut my mouth. I'd get what. But when I'm running the kitchen,
Mm.
I demand the attention. I have to
Mm.
have it because I'm trying to get stuff done. It's
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
Quick. But then you got a lot of guys back there who could be bulls in my situation, right? And
Mm.
you got to know when to. The expression Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You got to know when to let it go. And you got to know when you go, no, get off the floor.
Mm.
Get off the floor right now.
Yeah. It
Because
depends on the role that
it-
you get
yeah.
during that moment.
Like, even though I'm the boss, I wouldn't be mad
Mm.
if someone yelled at me for this and that. I'll
Yeah.
shut my mouth for a minute and figure it out. But I know my role in that situation. But if I'm in the back and I'm yelling, I also got to learn to shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you got to step back for a second there and realize that we all have one task. We're all trying to help each other.
Mm.
The trainer's trying to help the trainee. The staff working in this part of the building is helping this part of the building out, but they're doing different things. Why are you arguing over that? Like, it shouldn't be that way.
And after you know about these 4 traits of behavior or characteristic,
Mm-hmm.
You have to be conscious, like be mindful when you're facing the situation.
Yeah.
What trait that you're gonna show, and who's that type
Mm-hmm.
in front of you?
Right.
How you're gonna use the right communication way
Yeah.
to reach them and get things
And get things done.
done or work.
Right. And it's interesting now that you said that because exactly what I was thinking. You're saying what I was thinking, and it's just like it's important because you all have one goal in the end, right? Whatever that goal may be, it could be to teach a kid, or it could be
Right.
or it could be to make a burger or make a pasta. It doesn't matter.
Or do some project
Or
together.
do a project. Like
Yeah.
build a marketing campaign, and one's fighting because I choose the colors, and then like, well, no, I choose the outline, and it's like, and then it's like, shut up, figure it out. Like sometimes someone needs to be in charge, and sometimes someone needs to learn to follow for a bit.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah.
You can learn to put yourself aside, but when you have all the bulls in a room, it could be ugly.
Yeah.
It could be.
We need everyone.
Yeah.
We need everyone to make things happen. And you mentioned about when you teach kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the teacher can use this knowledge to study their student as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it even goes for like well, we were talking about the old age people and stuff like that, and even the students in the grade schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're always like, don't judge them, this and that. And all I wanted to do was judge them, right? And I kept quiet, but like, I have those thoughts, but it's like, they're all different characters, And
Yeah.
same thing with the old people. Some are still energetic and happy, and some are just wanting to be themselves, and some want to be a mouse. Someone's just like, I want to live my life, and if you can figure that out, especially with the students,
Yeah.
like those students are very, they're our future.
Like the bull, you sure that they can achieve whatever they want
Right.
because they're the goal setting type, and they like just do it, make things happen.
Right.
Sometimes you might need to slow them down. And for the ego influencer type, never get things done. So you have to call them back. Come on, come back to work.
It's just like
Get it done first. You can fly anywhere.
go wherever you want after we finish this. That's very true. It's like
Right. And the mouse, sometimes they too emotional, right? Even especially the young, right? The mouse type, who's the adult, I think they're more mature.
mhm.
And yeah, because they're caring about the people, the feeling, and it's quite distract them from what they are doing, right?
Yeah.
And also the bear, you can encourage them to, hey, come
Come
on,
on.
come
Do it.
out.
Come on.
Just have like, because we met few students at
Yeah.
the school, the teenager student
Right.
who study there for 2 years already
Right.
and have only two friends, right? They might be this type. So her friend just like suggests her to, okay, the next goal,
Make more
you
friends.
just make more friends,
And it's
one
simple.
person per month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Build
Like,
build your
just-
build your thing.
Just build more circle of friends.
Maybe that's what I'm gonna say next time. So when we're in this class, you raise your hands if you have more than 10 friends. You know what I mean? Like, and they're not, you know. And what I was taught when I did like the wealth conferences back in the days is just walk up to you got a weekend. Just walk up to three random people, three
Mm.
random strangers, and say, "Hi, my name is."
And for influencer, it's not that hard.
No, not at all.
But for the compliance type, is real hard for them.
Yeah.
To
It's not
start
your-
to speak to someone that they never know. Right? But
Sometimes-
it's the thing that they should pass. They should experience
Yeah, but like also if you think about it, now that you said it like
for
that,
the student.
sometimes they need a good push. You know what I mean? Sometimes you
Good
need to give them a
push.
little nudge, a little nudge. Say, "Hey, come on, meet my friend." You know what I mean?
Right.
Tell them what your name
They
is.
need the
Yeah.
connector.
Connector almost. That happened a lot to me.
Yeah,
I was
you can help them with that.
Yeah, it's like you go to a conference. So it was like the first conferences I went to, that they didn't do that at the conference I did, but like
Mm.
I was me and I always said hi to everyone.
Yeah.
And especially if you see him on the second day, you say, "Hey, what's your name? Da, da, Can I get your contact information?" But then later on, I met my friend Ray,
Mm.
and like he just like sat at the front, very excited to learn, but wouldn't talk to anyone.
Mm.
And I had to introduce him to people and
Mm.
get him to understand, hey, and now he doesn't shut up, but you know, that's who he is. But the point being is like sometimes you need a nudge.
Mm.
And the other interesting thing, which you talked about before, about this, everyone has one main trait. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
have one main trait, whatever that may be,
Yeah.
and then the others revolve around that. So you
Yeah.
do get a little bit of everything. You figure out what you are. You could
Yeah.
be a mouse. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Whatever you are.
You might pick up those bull tendencies or whatever it may be. You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, because sometimes you need the quality that's not you, but just for doing this mission, doing this task
Right.
in your life. So
Got to get done.
just open your mind a little bit. If you cannot open wide, you just open a little
A
bit,
little bit. Just
and let
a little bit
something
in.
new
Yeah.
in.
That's
Mhm.
true. Okay. Well, that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
And you can use with whatever you are, with the family,
Yeah. With the
with the
family.
student, with your colleagues, with your friends, with your loved one. See you next time.
Bye bye.